Association. And in 1994, he became a peer. He was knighted. That's Alf. That's the Czech Republic. When you're knighted, the Queen puts the sword on your shoulder, and he became Lord Alf Dubs in the House of Lords. I'm just going to take you through a very quick canter through British parliamentary system. We have two houses. Do you know what? Len's not allowed to answer, but everyone else. Do you know what the two systems are, what the two houses are in the British parliamentary system? It's the House of Commons and the House of Lords. Both are part of the legislature. They make the laws of the land. The difference being that the House of Commons, it's a very simple difference. The House of Commons, this is the parliamentary building where I worked in for 4 years. The House of Commons is green. The House of Lords is red. Everything is red, every single thing, down to the toilet paper holder, you know, notepads, everything is red and everything is green in the House of Commons. The Queen is not, no monarch is allowed to go into this chamber. I can tell you more about why if you're interested later. Even though she's the head of state for the land, she's not allowed into the House of Commons. And no monarch has been into the House of Commons since 1642 and never will. So she will open Parliament from that seat there. And just one other quick thing, these two red lines are there. They are 2 sword lengths apart. So, because in the olden days, if there was a dispute, the MPs would duel each other. So there are 2 sword lengths apart. The House of Lords, where I worked, was a fascinating place. It's steeped in history. I just want to tell you 2 little bits of history that still remains today. One of it is they call visitors to the House of Lords strangers. So everyone is a stranger. So if you're a visitor, they'll say, "We have a stranger in the house," which means we have a visitor. If you sit in the gallery above to watch the proceedings, you're called a stranger. The other thing is, at the end of the house, when the house finishes meeting, there are 2 men that stand at the end, and they will say, "Who goes home?" And this goes back to the days in the 12th, 13th, 14th century, when MPs used to go home together because it was very dangerous outside. There were no street lamps. Back to Alf. What I did for him was I was basically his research assistant. So if he needed to talk in the House of Lords about the abolition of the death penalty in America or the extension of the European Union, I had to be the one that Googled and did research and stuff like that for him and answered his mail, etc. But what he taught me was never be ashamed of being passionate about human rights, about social justice. And he used to say things like, "You can't make an omelette," he always said this to me, "you can't make an omelette without breaking eggs." Do you know what that means? Basically, you know, if you want to do good, sometimes you do have to offend people, and it's all right to do that. The other thing that he used, because I'm a terrible procrastinator, which is not good saying that with my boss here, but he would always say to me, "The thinking about it is worse than the doing, so just do it," because I used to always put things off. It was a privilege to work with Alf, and if I had to do it again, I would do it in a heartbeat. Thank you.